Hey everyone, this is Jeff Epstein. I am struggling to get all the details here, but I am, there's something brewing in New Jersey, and I want to tell you about it. We're going to try and cover it live on Monday, but I want to tell you what I know now so we can prepare and have people come knowing what's going to happen and knowing when to come. So there's a town hall with Tom MacArthur, who is the third congressional, New Jersey's third congressional district's representative, the representative of New Jersey's third congressional district. He's a Republican, and he has a town hall scheduled on Monday night at 6:30 to 8. I believe it's 6:30 to 8, an hour and a half, and doors open at 5:30. And New Jersey is 60 miles wide approximately, and the congressional district, the third congressional district, goes from right over the bridge from Philadelphia all the way to the East Coast. It's about 60 miles. And he has chosen to hold his town hall 7 miles from the coast. So all of these people in the biggest geographical county in the state have to travel all the way 7 miles to the coast to see their congressman. The room only fits 250 people. You have to RSVP, and those who RSVP, it's first come, first serve. Now, on the 22nd of February, they had a town hall that MacArthur refused to go to. So they held this large town hall. Tom invited Tom MacArthur. Tom MacArthur chose not to show up because he said, I do not want to be baited into having an event that some outside group can just make a spectacle out of. Now, to be fair to MacArthur, he voted in favor of not, or voted against, repealing Obamacare too quickly. So that's a good thing. Hi, Laurel. So that's a good thing. So he voted in a good way for one reason. However, he avoided in-person town halls. He held 2 telephone town halls. I don't exactly know the dates, Laurel, if you want to say what the dates were, but recently he held 2 telephone town halls instead of in-person town halls. I'm live, okay? Don't come in. And Laurel, who's watching right now, was on those calls and told me how he really used this to avoid any trouble. People couldn't hear anybody else. People couldn't, well, no, that's not what I mean. People could ask a question, but only one person could talk at a time. So nobody got to hear anybody's reactions. Nobody got to react. And I believe that there was no way to follow up on a question, so you get to ask your question, and then you couldn't follow up after he responded. And obviously the staff filtered the questions however they wanted to. So it was not a very satisfying experience as I understand it. So he's doing this in-person one, so you would think that's a good thing. So that's good, but the room only fits 250 people. It's all the way on the East Coast in a 60-mile wide district, and we just discovered tonight, Laurel discovered tonight, that there is an event posted in a Carpenters Union page that says that there is an event called Town Hall to support Tom MacArthur. To support Tom MacArthur. So from my point of view, I'm not a constituent because I'm in a town that was gerrymandered out of District 3 and into District 1. So my representative is Norcross. But I'm one of the only towns in Burlington County, actually we're a very small town, that was gerrymandered out of Congressional District 3, so he is not my representative. But on a Carpenters Union on Facebook, there is an event called Town Hall to support Tom MacArthur. Now that's not how I see town halls. The purpose of a town hall to be a town hall is to ask your congressman a question, to be able to confront them. But this one is called Town Hall to support Tom MacArthur, but it starts at 5 o'clock. So according to MacArthur, the event doesn't start until 6:30. But according to the Carpenters Union, it starts at 5. And it's explicitly to support Tom MacArthur. This is a room with only 250 people. And these people are explicitly going early as an organized effort from this Carpenters Union to show up early in order to support Tom MacArthur. And that was concerning, but what really made this interesting was that there is, I didn't discover it from someone, okay, well, as far as I know. So someone on Indivisible discovered it, and I confirmed it. It is true. I saw it. I can provide a link to it. But what really concerned me was when I saw a group called NJ2AS, the New Jersey Second Amendment Society, gun-supporting group, explicitly a group that explicitly supports the right to own firearms. They posted an event called the same exact thing as the Carpenters Union. Exact wording. Town Hall to support Tom MacArthur. And they actually have the time as 6:30, so they don't have the early time. So, but what they do have is a quote, as I put in the description of the town hall, which says, Congressman Tom MacArthur, the first and only New Jersey congressman to support the National Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act, H.R. 38, to support the national, supported us when no one else would. So MacArthur sponsored this bill that says, I'm reading what Jeffrey said. So this bill says that you can carry a gun if you go to a state that has right to carry laws, I think concealed carry. No matter what your state is, no matter what your license is, I mean, I'm just learning about this, so I may have the details wrong. But basically, that whatever the laws in another state are, you can follow their laws. So if you go to a state that has the right to carry concealed weapon, then you can carry a concealed weapon regardless of what your home state's laws are. So MacArthur sponsored this bill. It has not been passed yet. Actually, I don't know the answer to that, but I believe that that's true. I haven't looked into it too far yet. So it says, the New Jersey Second Amendment Society says, Congressman Tom MacArthur is the only New Jersey congressman to support this bill so far. And so he supported us when no one else would, and now it's our turn to support him. As you may have seen on the news, town halls across the country have been raucous events full of bussed-in members of the opposition sent there to harass their congressman. We are not going to let that happen. We are not going to let them outnumber us, though. We're not going to let them outnumber us, though. We are asking that hundreds of our supporters arrive to the town hall to be there inside and out the event, inside and outside the event, to let Tom and the media know that we support him. We're going to show groups across the country how to fight back against these organized protesters sent in to harass our members of Congress. So, this is concerning. Not just that a group that wants guns is coming explicitly to fight back against these so-called bust-in supporters, but that anyone who comes who shows anger against MacArthur, these people have already decided that they are bust-in agitators. And, you know, they're explicitly talking about the right to conceal your weapons. So I would really spread this around. I would be ready to, if you really want to go and actually get in, then I would recommend getting there like 4 o'clock. And I would be prepared to be labeled as an outside agitator if you have anything more than happy, joy, unicorns, and lollipops for Tom MacArthur. So it would be very interesting to see people sort of help each other reinforce the fact that you're from the district, whether it's, I don't know what, just asking around and talking publicly of, you know, that I live here, this is my zip code is whatever, I am a constituent. You know, if we act with anger, the more anger that we act with towards MacArthur, the more we're going to get in trouble. We're going to show the media that we can do what we accuse liberals are doing right. So they're talking about how you've heard that people are being bussed in to harass their congressmen, so let's take a bus in to harass those people who are trying to harass their congressmen and accuse them of being bussed into outside agitators. Right. So the most important thing is that we are respectful to these people that want to protect MacArthur, and that we are respectful to MacArthur, because any anger that we show is going to be framed as, you know, twisted against us. But if you can go in and be respectful if you can be disciplined in how you talk to MacArthur, the better that we can be. I don't think people are aware that MacArthur's district goes clear to the west Burlington County. It's laughable to think people are bussed to these town halls. Yeah, it's the district is basically just straight across like a rectangle. I mean, it's really not, but it's pretty close. Just straight rectangle all the way from Philadelphia all the way to the East Coast, so it's about 60 miles. And again, he's holding his town hall 7 miles from the East Coast. So all of these hundreds of thousands of people, if they want to see their congressman in a room that fits 250 people, they have to drive all the way to the East Coast and be ready for all these people who are ready to support him that want to be there an hour and a half early. So be aware, share this around. I'm planning on being there. What can be done to alert the press about this? How about sharing this around? Share this around to everyone you can think of. And in Our Revolution, South Jersey, we have just posted a lot of screenshots verifying what I'm talking about now, and the links to show you these events from the union, the Carpenters Union, and from NJ2 New Jersey Second Amendment Society, NJ2AS. So, all right, thanks. We are the press. This is the media because I say that I'm a journalist because I say I'm a journalist. I'm a journalist because I get on Facebook and tell you what's going on. So you do the same thing. That's how we get it out there. But stay calm when you express whatever you need to express to MacArthur. And one last point, which is one thing I think Republican congressmen have a good point about being hesitant to do town halls, is that, and I think it's reasonable, is that the people who go because of Trump, because there's so much emotion around Trump, is that they go to these town halls explicitly to vent their frustration at the Trump administration and the Republican takeover of Congress. And not that there's necessarily anything wrong with that, but that's not really getting anything done. And it's so easy to twist that venting into they're hostile, they're violent, they're outside agitators. So if we can go with the purpose, or if we can express what we want in a respectful way and let them choke themselves on their own words and the facts, then it will be much more difficult to turn that around into you're an outside agitator only here to harass. So, all right, thanks. Spread it around, spread the news. Our Revolution South Jersey has screenshots, and let's do this right.